That's Bruce Lake Lean-To. It's 8:55, and I kind of got a late start this morning. Last night, while I was sleeping, I actually had a bear. I woke up to the sound of a bear sniffing outside of my tent, which was pitched in the lean-to. So, super scary. I woke up to the sound of sniffing, stayed perfectly still, barely was breathing, didn't move a muscle, but it went away. And then about a half an hour later, I blew my whistle, I made a bunch of noise, I had to use the restroom, so I got out, clanged my poles together, and it looked like he went away. But in the morning I saw some bear track right outside my tent, so a little scary, but good night, late start, charging up my stuff, so day 4, we begin. So after a late start, I finally made the bridge over West Canada Lake. Super pretty. Happy to see the sun for a little bit. Took a break to stock up on some water. Feeling pretty good, making really good time. I'll be done with this section within the next mile-ish. I was able to charge up some of my stuff. You can see, super pretty. Looking forward to finishing this section of the trail. And then stopping for lunch and having a cup of coffee. But trail's been pretty good, really easy to navigate, and this particular section of the trail hasn't been quite as wet as the last couple, so happy to keep going. Today should be a good day, feeling pretty good, just gotta go a little easy on the downhills because of my knee, but I don't think it's gonna be too much of a problem, and if it is, I'll stop in Blue Mountain Lake and take a 0. But hopefully that won't happen and I'll be able to keep pushing through. West Canada Lake Lean-To. It's a nice one. We keep going. So I have to say, this is one of the prettiest stretches I've been on so far. Sorry, that was a fly. Flies are terrible. And yeah, I just wanted to share it with you all. $11.50, made it to the former caretaker clearing, finished the next leg, as you can see, register, all this, it's a big junction for a bunch of side trails, and off in the distance, you have the caretaker's chimney, and, caretaker's chimney, and the clearing where the ranger house used to be. All right, gonna register and keep going because the flies are terrible, and hopefully make it to a lean-to for lunch. Trail diaries. Day 4, midday. Just kidding. No, it's day 4, midday. I just stopped. I've been really cranking all morning, trying to make up extra miles. I'd like to get to camp a little earlier tonight, so I can put all my stuff down and just maybe relax a bit. But took a quick stop and had a nice double strength iced tall Americano, which in backpacker terms means 2 scoops of instant coffee, some cold water in your cup, stirred up, and chugged real quick before the mosquitoes overwhelmed your position. So, back on this trail, gotta hike a little more, find a water source, and I don't know, hopefully within the next hour that I like, refill up, but take advantage of the lighter pack. All right, Cedar Lake, or Cedar River Lean-To is tonight's goal, so I got about, 7 more miles to go. So, keep pushing. See here, we got some nice bobcat tracks in the mud for some size comparison. Haven't seen a bobcat, but this is not the first time I've seen the tracks. Second or third. So, they're here in the wilderness of the Adirondacks. So, I've made it to the bridge that crosses Cedar River. Sorry, just covering for the wind. but I'm at the bridge that crosses Cedar River, and as you can see, this is really some of the most special wilderness that I've walked through. It's really worth it to get to this point, and I'm really happy I've made it. I got like another 6 miles to go to reach camp, but the trail's been pretty good for the most part. Can't really complain. It's absolutely stunning out here. It really puts into perspective the whole trip and the reason for taking the entire trip. But that's what it looks like. Made it to the Cedar Lake Dam. Got about 5 miles to go. Absolutely gorgeous out here. Absolutely gorgeous. Can't say that enough. Now, the first 3 days were good, but now that we're in the wilderness, this is something special. So I've reached the Cedar Lakes Junction, and Cedar River lean-to, 4.7 miles. It is, can't tell you a time, 3:40, so 4.7, got about another 2 hours. Happy to be out here, really am. Piseco is 22 miles that way. Blue Mountain Lake is 22 miles that way. So hopefully I'll be in, Blue Mountain Lake by tomorrow. It's been a long day, but finally made it to the junction where Cedar River flow lean-to. It's 0.15 miles in. So I'm gonna head there and make camp for the night. And then Blue Mountain Lake is 18.2. Planning on being there tomorrow. So should be a good run. Made it to the Cedar River lean-to at 5:57. So I made really good time. I'm really happy to be here. It's a little buggy, but that's, a river lean-to for you. But with the bugs comes quite a view. So I'm very happy. I'm gonna have a good night. Take it easy, rest, relax. And it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So I'm gonna get set making camp, have some dinner, and probably call it an early night. Mosquitoes are terrible. Sorry. All right, later. So I'm coming to you day 4 from Cedar River lean-to. Day 4 was actually a much better day. I came from Spruce Lake, did about 18.8 miles. The view is absolutely spectacular here, especially with the setting sun. So, see if you can see. There you go. So, I got to camp early enough. I was able to air out my sleeping bag, get pitched. I actually have a fire going because the mosquitoes are super bad, as you can see. I actually can't walk around without a bug net. I'm covered head to toe. So I'll be turning in soon. Day 4 was much better than the other 3. Trail was much drier, except for the very end. The trail smacked me a nice blow, and I got my feet soaked within the last mile. But I was able to dry out everything at the fire, and it's going to rain tomorrow anyway, so it is what it is. Trail was super pretty. West Canada Lakes was some of the prettiest scenery I've seen so far. The first 3 days were tough. It was constant trudging through trail and blowdown, or swampy trail and blowdowns, and it was fun. But this is why you do it, because this is so much better than it has been. Tomorrow I have kind of an ambitious day of 20 miles to O'Neill's Pond lean-to, or O'Neill's lean-to. We'll see how I feel. I'll definitely make Blue Mountain Lake, which is like 16 miles. So, I'm feeling okay. Back's feeling pretty good. I have one hot spot, and my feet feel actually really good, and my knees are actually hanging in there. So, as the night's winding down, I'm going to be turning in soon, and going to get some sleep. And I'm actually going to wake up early tomorrow, as opposed to today, which I started at 9. I'd like to get up at 6 and hopefully get going by 7. So, I'm going to set my alarm and yeah, so it's been a good trek so far. It actually just keeps getting better and better as I get more used to the trail and more used to the scenery. I'm all alone out here this is the true Adirondack wilderness, and it feels so good. I've seen bear track, bobcat track, and just really the forest and the trail. Everything's been really beautiful, and I'm happy I'm out here doing this. I'm learning a whole ton. So I plan to have a good rest of the run and hopefully finish actually a little early, but we'll see. All right, from Cedar River Lean-To, I'm gonna say good night, and we'll pick it back up tomorrow. I don't know how much videoing I'll be doing tomorrow. It depends on the rain. So, all right, good night. All right, 6:50, day 5. I'm on the trail early this morning. I want to make some good time, maybe get to Lake Durant early. Change of plans, Lake Durant, because they got a public campground with some hot showers, so I think I'm gonna do that. Swarms of mosquitoes are horrendous. The Cedar River Lean-To. So I decided to just get on trail. I'll do coffee later, and I'll do a walking breakfast. All right, I hope to get there early and get my day. So I just reached the Moose River Plains Ranger Station, day 5, and I'm heading off. This is Wakley Dam. So I'm heading off to go across the dam and continue to Lake Durant for a public campsite and hopefully a shower. It's raining a little bit, but it's been a good day so far, so I can't complain. 8:30, next leg, Lake Durant campground, 11.5 miles. After some nice sections of the road walk from the ranger station and from the Cedar River Lean-To, back in the woods. Made it to Blue Ridge Wilderness. I'm on my way to Lake Durant, or Durant Lake, and mosquitoes are bad ones to stop. But super pretty section of the trail. Super happy to be out here. Rain has stopped, so we're making good time. Hopefully we'll be there by 3. So, finished with day 5. I actually came into Lake Durant campgrounds at about 1:20 today. I did cranked out all my miles early, and it was a real pleasure to get into camp early, set up, relax, let my legs and my back refresh, and I actually got to take a shower and do some trail laundry, which was absolutely a blessing. Real morale booster to actually just have clean undies. Real talk. And clean socks. I got 2 big days tomorrow. I climb Blue Mountain Ridge, so tomorrow's a big climb day. I'm hoping to put in about 2 19-mile days so that I make it to Duck Hole by the end of Thursday, and then Lake Placid is just a walk away. Today was nice. The trail was beautiful. The rain, it actually poured, was a welcome change. It was something different. It actually kept me cool all day and gave me a different perspective on hiking. The trail has really turned into what I expect it to be, which is really nice. And this is kind of the trail that I was looking for from the beginning. But now that I'm really up into the Adirondack Park, it's actually happening. So, as you can see behind me, is actually my little campsite, and I got a whole tent to myself, and the trail actually continues that way. Yeah, that way. So it's just a short hop to get going on the trail in the morning. I'll just pick up my bear bag back that way, and then I'll be on my way. As the food's getting less and the pack is getting lighter, it's getting easier to do big miles and more comfortable. Actually really enjoying the trip. As you can see, the bugs are still ever present. These are black flies now. Some mosquitoes, but lots of black flies over here in Blue Mountain Lake region. And I hope that the rest of the trip is as good as it has been for the last couple days. And just gonna keep pushing and doing the thing. All right, early bed, early rise, and big miles tomorrow with hopefully a nice relaxing stop at the top of the ridge to enjoy the overlook and refresh before the afternoon go. All right, night, and see you all tomorrow.